Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie, and today we're talking Crupper or Crupper. We're talking that piece that attaches the harness saddle to the tail. All right. Now I'm using this guy as reference, and you're going to have whatever model you're going to want to use. This is something that's good to have a model because you need to know how long to make all your pieces. Now there's tons of ways to make Cruppers. The harness one not only holds to the saddle, but it also holds your breeching in place and any of your drops, either decorative or functional trace drops. Okay, so it's going to have a lot of keepers. And it usually has 2 buckles, one here, or 3 buckles, 2 and 1. Okay. Pretty typical is round for under the tail. So this is it's a rounded cord. I guess you could find it in braiding, simulated leather. So that's a good thing to use. There's also like rounded leather. I think this is a 1 millimeter. Doesn't tell me. Probably a 1 millimeter. It's also a 2 millimeter. That's a good one to use. This is cool because you can dye it. So you can dye it whatever color you want. If you want brown. And this you can't because it's not really leather. It's like plastic. So the first thing you want is you're going to want a piece of this. And we have to start with it's going to be round to start, but then I have to get it to, I just basically want length right now. I'm going to get it a little bit too long if I do that. So basically around the tail and maybe a little bit over, because we need to add straps that will fit into buckles. So I can't have it too long. So maybe to there. And then you have to decide what length or what width lace you're going to use, whether you're using leather or you're going to use synthetic or ribbon, basically. And you need buckles. So I want to try and do this all with 3/32. It's what I have. It's what I have a lot of. Not that you ever have enough leather lace. What I want to do is maybe just kind of a little off the edge, maybe. These might not be the right ones. That might work. Get rid of a little bit of the bulk. That's not enough. Then I can maybe use a blade. And the point is just so that it's not as bulky. We still want to be able to glue it, but I want a little less bulk. So this is going to buckle into the strap in the back. So I want to give it about 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and make sure I got 2 of these. That's just a little thicker than the other one. And I'm going to have to, because of the way I'm doing this, I need enough for both sides because I'm kind of going to line the back. So let's go. All right, and this one already has a point on it, so I'm going to use the blunt end. And really should use, let's go to this side. And we want a good, at least 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more for our attachment, like that. And then same for this side. So see how it kind of, it's going to allow it better to lay flat, better. All right, and then we're going to put a little bit of leather to cover up this connection, and that will just help it stay in place. So I'll take my lace, try to get even. Like that. And then I'm trying to roll it a little bit here on the sides and not get too much dried glue in there in the process. And there's no really like measuring. It's going to be, most of us tack makers, we don't have patterns that have, you know, use exactly this much, because it's like I said, if you decided to increase or decrease this pattern, or put it on a different horse, no measurement I give you is going to be exact for those situations. All right, so that's the tail piece right there. I'm going to go ahead and get a point here. So that's your tail piece. Voila. Put that aside. When the saddle is on here, let me grab a saddle. You're going to go through this loop right here. So it's important to have your saddle where it's going to be. This guy is beefy. I love chunky models. He's got a lot of hair in the way. Because now we're going to need 2 pieces of leather. We need one that's going to come up through here. And then it's going to go about to here. So we need enough. Yeah, you really want this to go because this is going to help hold all your drops. So I would say like at least that much. So I'm going from where the saddle would be to about where I'm going to be buckling my tail straps. Okay, I want that. So that's the total length that I need. Now what we have to do, because I want it to always show the right side up, is we're going to go to about, we're going to go from where the tail piece is. So you're going to have pieces coming off here that get the tail Crupper part under, and then somewhere maybe halfway through the back. So right about there, I'm going to cut this. And I don't want to scuff my metal. Be good. And then I am going to flip it. And I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together about 1/4 of an inch. Wrong side to wrong side. Reason for that is now when I pull this through, it's a right side. And still my tail piece is also a right side. See, look at that. So I have 2 basically right side pieces. All right. Now because I'm trying to use the same length, I'm gonna do, I did this with ribbon, so basically I need to get 2 small pieces. You know, when you can't split, because we can't split this. I could have used 1/8 inch, but then my buckles wouldn't match. And I want my buckles to match. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take, I need it this way. This is wrong side going through, if you see that. Because I want this buckle. Just, you know, Rio Rondo has these specialty buckles for your drops. So you can look at those. It's with the brasses. I don't have those, so do it this way. Now I don't want to add the saddle on, but I'd add the saddle and then I have a buckle. And then it's going to be keepers. I'll show you how that works. Okay, got a little overage here I want to take off. Okay. Now what we need, I need 2 buckles. Like I said, normally I would do split. I would just split the leather lace. If it was 1/8 inch, and then I'd use 16th inch buckles. But these are 3/32 inch buckles. I like these buckles, so I'm going to do my best to use these. And it'll work on a draft harness because you can have bigger buckles. Okay, so I don't want these very long. Maybe, boom, like that. I do need a couple of keepers, or at least 1 keeper on these. So, alrighty. So, now at this end, we've got to have these coming off slightly diagonal, but I would do it on the back side. So before I do that though, I'm going to put a keeper on each of them. It'd just be easier to do. All right. So now that look ugly. There we go. We want to I think that's better. All right. Side by side, so they're about the same buckle length. And then there we go. And then back here, we like to do just a little bit of lace to hold that. flush and even. So you don't even see that on the other side. There you go. And now we can go with the natural curve of this. Okay, don't fight it. Like, don't try and put it on this way. Okay. If it wants to point this direction, just go with it. All right. And this just show you what it looks like. I'm not going to keep it on him. Okay. So that's what it looks like. I do have some glue to pull off of there, but that's what it looks like. Okay. But now we have, we could attach this to the saddle. So this has got to come backwards. So to right about there, because the saddle's right in here. And then we would buckle it, and then what I need is I need keepers all the way down, probably, I would say starting right here, attached to the strap that touches the back. You want keepers, a series of maybe 7 that's going to hold this strap down, because you will use this to slip in your drops and your breeching. Okay, so those keepers help to, and they need to slide. I should probably tell you that. So I would do maybe 1 fixed keeper here, and then maybe 1 fixed keeper at the end, and then do about 3 or 4, maybe 5, depending upon the length of the horse's back, keepers, so that you can move them to snug in whatever you're putting on. So let's say you're going to have a chase drop strap here. You want at least 1 to snug up against this other slider, or this fixed keeper. Okay, and then if you're gonna have your breeching back here, so you're gonna want a fixed keeper, and then you want a sliding keeper. And then if you wanted to have a decorative one in the middle, you'd need another pair. So that's going to be 6. So I'll go ahead and get that done. If you want to watch, you can watch. And making keepers don't make riveting TV. Basically, I'm going to do 6 strips of leather. It's been skived thin. And they're about 1/2 inch. Could be a little smaller. Whatever you can work with. So get your 6 pieces, because I need 3 on each. And then we're going to go ahead and glue the one in the very back, which is a fixed keeper, and the one in the very front, right behind the buckle. Not too close to behind the buckle. You want room so you can actually get it in there. Here I'm making a sliding keeper. I'll show you how to do that later, but basically, let's get those fixed keepers done. Fixed keeper, you glue wrong side to wrong side, let the glue set, flip it all the way around, and then glue it to itself on the back. And then sliding keeper, I'm making 4 of those sliding keepers. See, I'm snipping off extra right here. So, okay, so a sliding keeper, you want to roll this so it's flush with your lace on the opposite side. You want to put some glue, but don't put it too close. You want it out here a little bit so that we don't make it too tight. And then we'll fold it and try and get that glue on there. Now see, when I folded it, I left extra here, and we can even pull it back a little bit. Now you could put a piece of leather in there, leather lace, to get the exact, thickness you want. I usually do it this way because I've made so many of these, And then that was a sliding keeper, so we need to make sure that it slides. See how it moves? That's good. All right, so this is what it looks like. And it's ready to, and we'll do this just so you can see it. So next thing is going to be our breeching. And then we'll do the drops as well. So let's see. All right, remember to put your point on. So now I'm just going to buckle this and put it all the way through all of the keepers. I'm speeding it up because it's not riveting TV. It can be rough to do this because it's pretty. My lace is pretty thin and so a little wimpy. I find my skinny fingers help me buckle things better. So that's what I'm doing here, using my skinny fingers just to go through every single one of those keepers all the way to the end. Almost there. Just got 2 more. Yeah. One of the reasons why I don't like strap work. Stuff like this. It's like, takes forever. Okay, so at this point you do your final fitting. And you can have these evenly spaced if you want, however you want to do it. Sometimes you'll even see like little bobbles like that where it's like pushed up a little bit. I've seen that. But now you can trim it. So you don't really want it longer than that. So that would be your final trim. Okay. Everything else looks good. But there you go. That is your Crupper, Crupper, however you want to pronounce it. Thank you for spending time with me today. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel. Have yourself a really good day.